Sarita, your recording starts at 9:45. You want to change it, you can change it.
Yes, sir.
We will begin with the prayer.
दिवस जायचंय तुला तिथे संध्याकाळी रिस्पॉन
Mics on silent, please.
हा बघ मला नाही माहिती कधी चालू असते कधी
Oh. Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunattu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkhat Bhag Bhave. We pray for the happiness and peace of one and all. May everyone be comfortable and happy at all levels of the personality: material, physical, emotional, intellectual. Spiritually, may we see that which is auspicious and divine. May there be no suffering anywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We'll chant verse 34 once, chapter 3. Sorry.
इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्यार्थे रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्नवशमा.
Sorry, were you able to hear it? Okay. No?
Not fully, sir.
Not fully,
Okay.
no? It just stopped. I don't know why. Okay. I don't know. The computer, the laptop is acting funny. It's okay. We'll just see the. Okay. We'll just see the topic division one more time. As you know, the Bhagavad Gita originally has 18 chapters. The topic division is a unique contribution by Swamiji. The topic division of each chapter helps you to understand the thought flow, how each topic telescopes into the next topic. So we are in chapter 3, verse 34. So towards the end of the fourth topic, the technique of right action. So in that we'll do 34. So, just doing a quick summary of the verses we covered. Verse 30 gave the blueprint of perfect action. We have the three equipments: body, mind, intellect. Use the body to generate energy. The more active you are, the more active you become. What is the role of the mind? The mind is full of likes and dislikes. It gets distracted on its own. It gets distracted on its own. The mind must surrender to a higher ideal, an ideal beyond our immediate self-centered interest. So the mind surrenders to the higher ideal, and you use the intellect to hold the mind in the present. On its own, when the mind is left unattended, the mind has this tendency to fluctuate like a pendulum, all the time worried about the past, all the time anxious about the future. So use the intellect to hold the mind in the present, not allowing it to slip into the past or future. That is concentration. Concentration prevents the dissipation of energy, and action directed towards the goal builds energy. So you're energetic, you're preventing the dissipation of energy, and to make it perfect, apply the subtle intellect. The subtle intellect is the capacity to conceive the self, the Atman. There is a pure consciousness, there is a transcendental reality, there is a mysterious divinity that enlivens the body, mind, intellect to function. So that's a perfect action. Actions flowing towards the goal. The mind surrenders the likes and dislikes, remains in the present. The intellect maintains the body, mind, intellect. The intellect ensures the actions of the body, the thoughts of the mind are flowing towards the goal. And remember the self, remember the divine as just as an enlivening principle. Example helps. The bulb remembers that I am giving light, but not without the electricity. Then verse 31, Sri Krishna says, practice this teaching with devotion. Have respect for this teaching. Don't, those who do not have respect, those who lack Shraddha, they will not get liberated. But if you, without disrespecting this information, if you practice it with Shraddha, Shraddha is that capacity to pursue something until you reach the very end of it. That commitment, that dedication to receive the information and pursue it, think about it over and over again until it brings about transformation. It's one of the most important qualities that we need to have. One day I do yoga, 2 weeks I do yoga, 2 months I do Vedanta. Something is always better than nothing, but ultimately it leads to nothing until you complete the journey. If the river suddenly stops in between, how much ever it has gone, it will not reach the ocean. The river has a Shraddha. It will go on and on and on. No obstacle can stop it. If there is a waterfall, it falls gracefully. All of us go and see the waterfall, no? It's falling, but it falls gracefully. A big mountain comes, it goes around it, but it never stops moving. That resilience, that perseverance, that persistence to pursue your goal. You may take a rest, you may take a break, you may stop for a while, but you don't stop until you reach a goal. That determination, that unflinching determination and commitment, dedication to our goal is Shraddha. So when you have Shraddha, we reach our goal. So practice the blueprint of perfect action. Keep the mind in the present. Don't allow it to slip into the past or future. Perform your actions towards your goal. Practice this till you reach your goal. 32 said, if you don't practice it, you will be ruined. Ruined means there will be a lot of agitation. If you are distracted all the time, worried about the past, anxious about the future, not performing your actions, or performing actions all over the place, there is no consistency. If you don't follow it, then he says you're senseless and you'll be ruined. You also covered 33, where he says 33 was an important verse that it takes time to change. Right now, we are collecting knowledge, information. Knowledge or information is collecting or listening or reading is called Shravana. Shravana will remove the first phase of ignorance, which is I don't know. Before this, we did not know the scriptures. Now I know the scriptures. That doesn't bring about a transformation immediately. To bring about a transformation, we have to get into the spirit of manana. reflection. Varam, varam. Just take the example of a physical skill, a Roger Federer's backhand, or a Virat Kohli's cover drive, or any a great musician's Pandit Ravi Shankar or a Ustad Amjad Ali Khan's whatever, Santoor or Sitar. How are they doing it so brilliantly, so efficiently? It's practice, practice, practice. Keep on practicing this, keep on practicing, keeping the mind in the present, actions flowing towards the goal. You will become a master of it. First effort, then you become effortless. First it's a practice, then it becomes a natural state. So first we have to put in that effort. So don't feel disappointed or disillusioned or disheartened if you find yourself not living the knowledge immediately. If you are not living the knowledge immediately, that means we have not done enough reflection. Adi Shankaracharya, the great Adi Shankaracharya, uses two terms. One is varam varam. How often do you have to remember the self? How often do you have to repeat the concepts? Hundreds of times. He says varam varam till you're living it. Don't get frustrated. It takes time. We are not, we don't get tired of making mistakes. We don't get tired of doing the wrong things. And even something like if you have a heart condition, you have to take blood thinners. You have to take it every day. No, we didn't say, "Arey, I'm tired." If you are having a blood pressure problem, you have to take the blood pressure medicine. Maybe 30, 40 years. You do the same thing. You don't say, "Oh, I've taken it for a month. I have to take it every day." Same thing. We have to keep servicing our mind and intellect, which we can't see. Therefore, we let it go. For the body, we exercise and take shower. For our room also, we clean it. Similarly, a little bit of Vedanta, we keep Shravana Manana. Shravana Manana has to done varam varam, again and again. Another word that Adi Shankaracharya uses, puna puna. Puna puna means not Pune city. Puna puna means again and again. Keep repeating again and again. Shravana Manana. Shravana Manana. In the 18th chapter, I think verse 67, around that verse, around 67, 70, he says, even if you listen to the Guru with a pure mind, you will realize the self. So during the day, you be sacrificial, unselfish, kind, compassionate. You do your duties without any expectations. You're purifying yourself. And morning you study or you listen to a lecture or listen to the Guru. The more devotion you have to listen to these divine words, doesn't matter what state Guru is. If you have devotion, the words will transport you to a different realm of experience. And you do this punha punha, varam varam. Then every drop of effort will make a difference. Remember the example of titration. The colorless liquid will change its color at the 150th drop. Right? Till 99, till 139, till 149, nothing happens as it were. Maybe at 140 it changes, but you shake it, it goes. You feel like, oh, I am almost living it, then again it goes. Don't get frustrated. Keep putting in the right effort. At 150th drop, it becomes wisdom. So, very important message here. It says, don't get frustrated or sort of, I'm trying so much, but nothing is happening. Doesn't matter. Put in your heart and soul and think, and whatever you've understood, put it into practice. This, I am just putting sugar in your tea. You have to stir it. You have to do your manana. The process of assimilation through manana reflection, by careful thinking, analysis, and contemplation, the knowledge seeps in. The personality absorbs it. It becomes part of you. I know it is not helpful. It is a great step. I know it is not helpful. You have to understand it. In philosophy, only when you live it, you have understood it. Otherwise, it's just knowledge. So don't get disheartened. Continue the right effort, right knowledge. Right effort, right knowledge. Once you understand the concept of wisdom, you should not feel discouraged. When your spiritual practice do not show immediate results, it will not. Generations of negative living, generation of negative thoughts, I don't know. I'm afraid to say janma after janma of some kind of a living. Today we are what we are because of our past. Now suddenly it will not change. If the wall was white, blue paint will immediately make it blue. But now the wall is yellow, so blue is making it green. But keep putting it blue, keep putting it blue, keep putting it blue. Slowly it becomes greenish blue, bluish green, it will be blue. No effort goes wasted. Effort goes wasted and it's wrong effort. That's why we need knowledge also. As you study the scriptures, and if it explained by somebody who is experienced, who's well trained, then you will not make a mistake. Effort, right knowledge, you will have that feel good factor, that you are in that zone where you are putting in the right effort. Then be patient. So understanding this, inspire your efforts to absorb the knowledge gained and start living it. So it's not pessimistic that you're not changing. It is an optimistic boost that continue your abhyas, sadhana. Anybody has any question? Otherwise, we'll chant verse 34 again.
इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्यार्थे रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्नवशमागच्छेत् तौ ह्यस्य परिपन्थिनौ.
Paripanthi now means enemies. See, Arjuna is a soldier. He is looking for enemies. So Krishna says attachment and aversion, raga, dvesha, likes and dislikes for objects of the senses abide in the senses, means abides in you. Let none come under the dominion of these two, for they are one's enemies. It's one of the very, very fundamental message of Vedanta. And it is something that it's one of the basics steps in Vedanta, baby steps in Vedanta, in the sense we all feel, I want freedom. What is freedom? I'll do whatever I feel like doing. We all have that. I'll do whatever I feel like doing. I'll do what I like. I don't want to attend Gita class. I don't like it. Not only we do it, we are very proud of it. I don't want to eat Karela. I don't like it. I like to smoke. I like it. Likes and dislikes. If you love someone, what do? You feed their likes and dislikes. What does the little baby do? I like Bonvita. I don't like whatever, something else. I like Mama. I don't like Masi. I like this. All the time when a child is born, the body is born first. Anybody can pick it up. And then slowly the mind starts. And the mind is nothing but, going deeper, it is the carry forward of last Janma's likes and dislikes. We already have it. I like sweet, I don't like bitter. I like this. We have our own unique likes and dislikes. I like Roger Federer, I don't like Nadal. I like tennis, I don't like badminton. Now, as a child, we are all the time doing what we like, avoiding what we dislike. On your birthday, what happens? All your family members, they'll give you what you like. No, you don't like this, don't have to do it. No, I love you so much, don't do what you don't like. And I'm repeating, I don't have the strength to say it, so I'm repeating Swamiji's words. He says, when there is a marriage, the destruction is complete. Each other pamper them with likes and dislikes, and the destruction is complete. Why destruction is complete? Likes and dislikes is paripantinyo, are our enemies. Imagine this. I have given this example many times. Imagine this. You're driving a car at 100 kilometers speed per hour on an expressway. You're zooming. Suddenly the road becomes wide. There's a fork. On the left side, you see a 4-lane beautiful road. And on the right side, there's dirt road. I don't want to ask you what will you choose. You will be mad to choose the dirt road. Everybody will choose the 4-lane road. If you choose the dirt road, there is something wrong with you. Everybody will choose a 4-lane. Now, what happens is, the moment you choose the 4-lane dirt road, 4-lane good road, it slowly becomes 3-lane, 2-lane, 1-lane dirt road. You are in the middle of the field. You don't know where to go. Now, what is Bhagavad Gita? It is taking you on a helicopter above. You are seeing what's happening. The dirt road becomes a 1-lane good road, 2-lane, 3-lane good road, 4-lane good road, right up to the destination. So when you are above it, you can see it. But when you are driving at that speed, anybody will choose what we like. Am I mad to choose what I dislike? Why should I choose what is dislike? Again, in the 18th chapter, he says, so mind goes after what is pleasant, what I like. Mind avoids what is unpleasant, what I dislike. Now, fast forward, those who have studied the Gita fully, 18th chapter says, what is like Amritam in the beginning turns out to be Visham in the end. What is like Visham in the beginning turns out to be Amritam in the end. What is like nectar in the beginning, very pleasant, very liking, what I really like, turns out to be, or I am saying, may turn out to be poisonous. What is like poisonous in the beginning becomes nectar in the end. See, remember very carefully. What is poisonous in the beginning becomes nectar in the end. You go to a party, you have to select a partner. The most beautiful person is wearing a mask of Rakshasa, a demon. And the demon is wearing the mask of Sri Krishna. You're choosing Sri Krishna, and when the mask goes off, you see a demon. Whereas if you choose the Rakshasa, you just have to take the mask off, you find the saint inside. So, what is the difference? You need knowledge. Without the knowledge, you cannot convince the mind that take the poison. Swallow the ego. Do that which is difficult. You need the knowledge. So there are 3 points. 3 points for what? Why Sri Krishna is saying your own likes and dislikes, my own likes and dislikes are my greatest enemies. For a week we should put it, or we should just put it on the wall. What is my greatest enemy? My own likes and dislikes. Thank God Gita is saying, I'm not saying. So first of all, what happens? See, when you act on your likes and dislikes, they become very, very powerful. If you keep on doing what I like to do and avoiding what I dislike to do, I like to do, I avoid dislike to do, they become very, very powerful. Once it's already powerful because all our life, all our friends and relatives and family has been catering to what you like. You do this, you like this, you do this, you don't like this, don't do it. So they have already become very, very strong. World is not designed to cater to individual likes and dislikes. It's designed for all of us. The world is designed for all of us. I have specific. See, I like tea, you like coffee. I like tennis, you like, what is that, Formula One racing. I like chocolate, you like strawberry. And it's very, very clear. I like chocolate, I hate strawberry. Other persons, I love strawberry, I hate chocolate. Chocolate ko khata hai kya? Very, very clear. We all have our unique likes and dislikes. Now, world is meant for all of us. I like winter, there is summer. So when the likes and dislikes is strong, I am not able to adjust. There is a friction and I get frustrated. So if you constantly do what you like and avoid what you dislike, the likes and dislikes in you become a very strong force. The world is not designed to cater to your likes and dislikes all the time. Sometimes it will cater. Winter comes 3 months. 9 months there is no winter. If I like winter, 9 months I feel frustrated. Right? Some people love the sun. So 3 months summer they like it. Winter they are agitated. Oh, so cold, so cold. So you can come. The book is here. You can sit also, but you can go also. Whatever. I've written a small note for you. So as you function on likes and dislikes, they become very strong. When the world doesn't cater to your likes and dislikes, we are frustrated. We are agitated. We are disturbed. Second reason I've already covered. What we like, I'll give examples. What we like, nectar, incidentally turns out to be poisonous in the end. But all the difficult things, that is like poison, they later on become nectar. If this paradox was not there, then I had to take up a different career. We don't need Vedanta. Meaning, if what we really love to do and like to do was the best thing for us, nectar in the beginning is nectar in the end. Poison in the beginning is poison in the end. What you don't like to do is the best, is supposed to be avoided. Then you don't need Bhagavad Gita. I like junk food. I don't like to get up in the morning. I don't like to exercise. I don't feel like studying. I don't feel like going to office. I don't like going to college. I like bunking classes. I like to go for movies. I like to eat. I like to smoke. I like to drink. All what I mind likes in all what is like poison, what is like nectar in the end. I like junk food. I don't like to exercise. All that becomes very, very harmful to us in the end. See, I like blue, you like pink, no problem. I like tennis, you like cricket, no problem. It's not that you have to avoid all likes and dislikes. Monitor it with the intellect. The intellect should say, I am a diabetic person, I can't avoid sweets. You have whatever other things. I am not a diabetic person, I like sweets, have it with moderation, regulation, discipline. So, if we just blindly follow what we like and avoid what we dislike. I don't like to exercise. I don't like to study Vedanta. I like to read movie magazines. No, just because you like and you don't like Vedanta, is that the right thing for you? The intellect will tell you what is right, what is wrong, what is good for you, what is good in the long term. So wisdom is to understand, okay, I don't like to exercise, but if I exercise, my body will be fit. I can go for treks, I can enjoy life. I don't like to go to school, but if I don't go to school, I'll fail and I'll have no job. I'll not be able to enjoy life. So your wisdom, your maturity, your knowledge, you have to filter your likes and dislikes and see what is good for you. What is the solution? Operate on what you ought to do, whether you like it or not. That's the formula. I must do what I ought to do, whether I like it or not. Likes and dislikes directly should not drive your activities. Likes and dislikes are a paripanthi now, your greatest enemies. So if I function on likes and dislikes, they'll become strong. The world cannot cater to my likes and dislikes all the time. If the world doesn't cater to my likes and dislikes, I feel frustrated. There is a friction. First point. Secondly, what I like need not be the best thing for me. What I avoid, I may be avoiding something very good, like exercises or the right type of food or right type of knowledge. So I'm doing great harm to myself. Moreover, as you function on likes and dislikes increase. So in this context, you can say the spiritual equation of life is likes and dislikes are like desires only. Human minus likes and dislikes equals God. Likes and dislikes are like desires only. So if you are able to get rid of likes and dislikes, you will get closer to the divine self in you. See, when we are very, very fixed with life and likes and dislikes, so the world is in a flux of change, constantly changing, birth and death, day and night, joy and sorrow, love and hatred. So when we are all the time used to functioning on likes and dislikes, this fluctuating world will agitate you. That's what I said. The world is changing. But as you gain a control over the likes and dislikes, means examine it. I love exercise, no problem. Or I love going for a sightseeing, you go with moderation. If the likes and dislikes is not harmful and not taking you away from the goal, follow it. I must do what I ought to do, whether I like it or not. You can do what you like, you can avoid what you dislike, as long as they are not harmful to you, as long as they are not compromising with the goal that you have set for yourself. So apply the intellect. It's not like you have to marry somebody you dislike. You have to eat all the time what you dislike. It's not that. But where you can have your preferences, but have a control over it. All right. Now, when you are used to examining your likes and dislikes and operating from your intellect, you do what you ought to do. What happens is your personality gains a flexibility. If you're all the time doing what you like and avoid what you dislike, you become rigid. World is changing, you're not able to adjust and adapt. But when you are using it's a training. As you say, see, I really love to watch sports and I love to play sports. Now, let's say I think Football World Cup has started. Today morning, some message came. So the Football World Cup has started. And let's say Brazil is playing Argentina at 8:45. All I have to do is tell Charu, Basabji is feeling unwell. We'll cancel the class today. And Basabji is watching Argentina and Brazil. I would like to watch the match, but I ought to come here and take the class. At 9:45, I can do what I feel like doing. So when what you feel like doing and what you like to do, they are not clashing with your obligatory duty and responsibility, then you can pursue your likes and dislikes. But when you give priority to your obligatory duty and responsibility, then you are gaining a control over the likes and dislikes. If you have a perfect control over your likes and dislikes, you are like a self-realized person. Giving an example from Swamiji's life, he has very, very clear preferences. His onions should be burnt. His tomato should not have peel. He has his very clear preferences. But if it is not catered to, there is no agitation at all. He'll quietly eat it and go. He never, in fact, in my experience, because of all the tapas he has done, everybody makes what he likes. So he's always enjoying. But he will never say, make this for me. Whatever comes, he's happy. So we must by filtering the likes and dislikes from the with the intellect. Is it good for me? Where if I like this, where is it taking me? I like to drink. In that poem, those who have studied the poems book, Select English Poems, in the poem Pond, the chick sees the ducks playing in and out of water. And the mother chick told the baby chick that do whatever you want, but don't go near the water. The desire for anything increases by restriction and prohibition. The mother chick did not tell why you should not go into the water. You will die. Don't go near the water. Now the mother went away. The chick is thinking, why should I not go and play in the water? For I am remarkably fond of the water. That's the problem. What are you remarkably fond of? Ask yourself, is it good for you? I'm remarkably fond of drinking. I'm remarkably fond of smoking. I'm remarkably fond of sleeping late. You become lazy. And then what happens is the chick is analyzing, the duck's beaks are round, my beaks are pointed. Is that any reason I should drown? When the mind's desire is very strong, it holds the intellect hostage. Oh, I'm so tired, I should take a break. No, tomorrow your exams, you have to study. No, I'm tired. When the desire is strong, you use your intellect to justify the desire. That's the time you should surrender and ask somebody, what should I do? And it says, for all that I see, the feather, my wings, and my feet are same as the duck and the chick. No, the ducks have webbed feet. The ducks have webbed feet. The feather and wings are different. Duck's feather and wing is designed to swim. Chick's design is not to swim. She goes into the... Namaskar. See you. How are you? The chick goes into the water. She splashed and she splashed and she dashed and slowly sunk to the bottom and died. And as she was doing that, she remembered what her dear mother's caution were true. So Gita is cautioning us. The moment you're really remarkably or fond of something, ask yourself, where is it leading me? The mind will not see the consequence. Where is it taking you? Take the dirt road, it will become a good road, and you will reach the destination. See, now the positive part is that which is difficult, to be disciplined, to be exercising, the best example is to wake up in the morning and study Vedanta. Oh my God, it just takes you in a different realm. You're not indulging with the body, you're not talking to anybody. It's nothing to do with the world. You just open the book and you study that there is a self inside you, and that self is the source of unlimited power and strength. You're studying about yourself. You are studying the divine words of the scriptures early in the morning when you're fresh. It just catapults you to some bliss from within, which is extraordinary. Now you talk this language to a worldly person who wakes up at 8:39. Sir, आप पागल हो क्या? 4 बजे आप लोग उठते हो? Have you, and that too you study Vedanta? Have you gone mad? That is, for that person, wake up in the morning at 4 o'clock and open Vedanta treaty, it's like poison. So we say that if you have, to that person we say, in the night if you are struggling to sleep, open the Vedanta treatise, you will fall off to sleep. That's the user. So the greatest human habit is to wake up early in the morning, fresh, and study the scriptures. Doesn't matter when you, early Brahma Murta is the best time. If you're really struggling, whenever you wake up, you study the scriptures. You're just with yourself, trying to understand who you are, what you are. We are always in touch with that conscious power. That conscious power is Satchit Anand, Paramanand. So there is no greater peace and strength that comes from understanding the scriptures. Now, that is so divine, so nectarine, but in the beginning, it's a struggle. All the best good things in life, to work hard, to not spend money, not spend money means you be conservative now. That was our culture. You save, and then spend. What is the Western culture? You borrow a loan and you spend it. After a while, it's just another house. But the loan is there. You're worried and anxious. If I lose my job, who will repay the loan? Lose my job, tension. There's nectar in the beginning. You just take the loan, you blow it up. But poison in the end. Whereas it's poison in the beginning to save. But then you have surplus to live your life. So that's a game God is playing. Dust is everywhere, gold is less. Sea water everywhere, salt water everywhere, fresh water is less. In the sense, the best of things, suppose the ocean was full of fresh water and the sea river was sea water, we will not have any problem. If gold is everywhere, dust is not there, we don't have any problem. The tiger is designed to escape, the tiger is designed to kill the deer is designed to escape the tiger. There's a contradiction everywhere. Every prey is designed to escape the predator is designed to escape the prey. That's the leela that is going on. So what is like poison in the beginning turns out to be nectar. What is like nectar in the beginning turns out to poison. If only that 4-lane road led us to the destination, no problem. We don't need this verse. So when you control your likes and dislikes, you evolve spiritually because they are under control. When you just don't directly operate on likes and dislikes, you're choosing difficult things in the beginning only to experience the nectar of life in the end. And when you have a control over your likes and dislikes, when the world changes, you have the flexibility to adapt and adjust. If you develop the skill to adjust and adapt, nothing in the world can disturb you. We get disturbed because we are rigid. Because in the past, we are all the time functioning on what I like to do, whatever I feel like doing. So we feel freedom is doing whatever I feel like doing. That actually leads to bondage. But when you control your likes and dislikes, control that paripanthi now, and do what the intellect tells you to do. So the intellect is aware that, okay, I love to play sports, I can play it, but at a particular time, not whenever I feel like playing. I like to have chocolate ice cream. The intellect says, okay, have it once a week or once a month. You control your likes and dislikes. Any questions? So, attachment, raga, dvesha, attachment and aversion for objects of senses abide in the senses. See, it's not in the object, it's in us. Sorry, I'll give you, who was saying? Anybody? Somebody was asking a question?
Yeah, one thing. Hello.
Yeah, what's your good name?
Yeah, hi, Prashant here. Sorry, I
Okay,
think
Prashant.
my
Okay. It's
phone.
saying Samsung. Yeah. Okay, Prashant. Okay, Hariom, tell me. Ask me.
Yeah. So in terms of likes and dislikes, what you said, that also like intellect needs to be like very strong to know whether this like is also good for me. I mean, some like let's say running in the morning is good, but then again it needs to be in capacity, otherwise it might injure the joints,
Correct.
etc.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
also
yeah.
like
The
good
mind may
also has
say, yeah, it has to
modulated.
be regulated. Studying Vedanta is very good, doesn't mean you study the whole day. You'll go mad. In proportion. The best medicine is the best, let's say you have it has to be so moderation and discipline, sense of proportion comes from the intellect. This much and no more. So intellect has to be, of course, if you have a very strong intellect, you will control the overall mind. But generally, it's not that intellect is zero now. Just start thinking, start examining, start questioning what I like, where is it leading me? Just because I feel like doing, but just because I like to do it, is it really doing any good to my life or to me? Is it helping me reach my goal? So that thinking, that questioning, that analysis.
Right,
So
right, right.
intellect is asking what the mind wants, is it right? The mind is like a child, just keeps on demanding things. I like it, I don't like it, I like it, I don't like it. Intellect, the adult. What is your goal? What is that is good for you? Good and bad, right and wrong is the intellect. Feel like doing, I can feel like doing anything. Yes, Meda.
Right, right. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Meda. Yeah.
Sir, when we think about what you just said, that we don't always have to chase what we like, does it mean that at sometimes we have to suppress ourselves, or at no point we are suppressing it because we are trying to approach it with our intellect? So will there be suppression initially?
See, there could be two scenarios. If you are controlling your likes and dislikes to reach something higher, a higher goal is motivating you to control your likes and dislikes, that will not suppress you because you clearly know I'm sacrificing something so that I'm going ahead to reach my goal. I'm sacrificing going out with my friends because I need time to do my work or study, and the work and study is my goal. I'm sacrificing junk food because I want to get fit, because I want to become a member of the Indian cricket team. So when you're not when you're controlling your likes and dislikes with a clear awareness of the goal, if you just do it mechanically, oh, my dad told me not to smoke. My dad told me not to smoke. So if you do it, you can say, okay, I have a great respect for my father. He has told me to give up something for for my love for my father. I'm giving this up. Again, there is a higher link. If the intellect is not making it clear to your mind why you're doing it, the mind will get suppressed. But when it's like that, you tell the child, see, beta, if you don't study, you will not pass. So then it starts studying, right? It's a dialogue between the intellect and the mind. The other scenario is some likes and dislikes could be very, very strong, and it could be strong, and it could be something very negative which is harmful to you, or which is um, it's just adharmic. It's just not the right thing to do. No, there we say that you have to, because you have developed that wrong likes and dislikes, you might have to go through the suppression, because I mean it is already strong and you're trying to avoid it. So there is a sort of a frustration, suppression. But the problem is, if you act on it, there is a great danger, that is a great harm. Karmically, you're attracting a great harm. Like, for example, I don't like that person, I want to kill that person. No, it need not be associated with a higher goal, but I can't act on it. I'm giving a very bad example. Or let's say I really like drugs. Okay, you can always associate it with a higher goal. I want to stay fit. But there are cases when the goal is not clear and this is very harmful. So you suppress yourself. So there are occasions when already the mind has a very strong desire on like, and the intellect tells you this is not right, this is not right, this is not safe. So you will have to suppress yourself. It's a price you pay for your past in unintelligent behavior. So you have to sort of go through pain. Sometimes I give the example, you go through a surgery, the pain will be there for some time, but it's a question of time. Slowly it fades away. So there is so if you are very clear why you are controlling that likes and dislikes, there will be no suppression. Now let's say the like and dislike is not a adharmic one, right? Like I love chocolates. Now I don't have a higher goal, but I know eating too much is, I have developed a very, very strong like for chocolates. Now something tells me eating too much is not good, or I'm not enjoying it. So you go through that suppression to whatever for that discipline. So you are going through that discomfort mentally for something higher. The inspiration from the higher, if it is positive. So we say, see, it's same principle. You avoid something, you negate something, and you assert it. The highest is I am not the body, mind, intellect. But then what am I? I am the self. I am avoiding this like and dislike because I want something better to happen in my life. So the joy from something better happening is more than enough from suppression. So it's all about right thoughts, right thinking. Where the mind dominates, oh, I'm missing out, I'm suppressing myself. The intellect must come in and say, shut up, you are suppressing yourself because you want this to happen. And that is obvious. I am withdrawing, I'm avoiding something for something good. I'm avoiding sweet so that I can be healthy. If you know why you're doing it, then the mind will sort of calm down. It will not throw tantrums. Okay, any other question? Yeah. So there was this point. Of attachment and aversion, likes and dislikes for objects of the senses abide in the senses. See, it is in us, it is not in the object. Another very deep message of Vedanta is that there is no joy inherent in the objects and beings of the world. It's a law, very, very powerful law. We believe there is joy in the world. But Vedanta says there is no joy in the objects and beings in the world. The person being the same, One person wants to be friends with that person, other person hates it. So many times, the person being the same, one person is wanting to divorce, another person is waiting to marry that person. Chocolate ice cream being the same, I love it, another person hates it. So if the object itself had joy, we all will experience it. No, you like strawberry, I like chocolate. If sun is giving us light, heat and light to everybody, because sun has inherent heat and light. Don't say the sun, no, when I go to the sun, I feel very cold. It doesn't happen like that. So objects being the same, it's how we relate to it. So he's saying that likes and dislikes reside in you, not in the object. Sun has light, moon doesn't have light, moon has reflected sunlight. We make objects and beings attractive by the way we look at them, the way we relate to them. We believe if I go that, I'll be happy. If I get that, I'll be happy. If I get that. So our thoughts make that object very, very attractive. Motor racing is how boring. Those who love it, they can't stay without watching it. Right? Round and round and round. Same thing. I love tennis. The other person will say, yeah, same tuck. He's hitting the ball. He's hitting the ball. So you make whatever your thing by attractive. So in the sense, it's within you. It's not in the object and being. So the extending that is true bliss is within. It's a bliss like all the objects is moonlight, reflected light, reflected bliss. Where is the bliss? Bliss is within. The likes and dislikes is like the agitation. When you contact what you like or when you are able to avoid what you like, the agitation goes, you experience bliss from within. So real happiness is within. We'll chant verse 35. Again, super, super important verse.
श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात् स्वधर्मे निधनं श्रेयः परधर्मो भयावहः.
Better is swadharma. Swa means one's own. Dharma is nature or duty, though devoid of merit. Even if you are unsuccessful, follow your swadharma. Swadharma is better than paradharma. Para means alien, others' nature. Dharma, duty or nature. Paradharma, well discharged. Better is death, very, very powerful. Of course, he's talking this language of death and death because he's talking to Arjuna. Arjuna is in the battlefield. He is a Kshatriya. He is a warrior. He says, better you fight and die rather than escape and do paradharma. Better is death in swadharma. Paradharma is fraught with fear. Bhayavaha, fraught with fear. Swadharma, even if you are unsuccessful in swadharma, do it rather than being successful in paradharma. That is only short term. Better you do follow your swadharma even if you die. Paradharma is fraught with fear. This is the crux of career counseling. What is the field of activity in which I should spend most of my time? Swa means one's own, dharma means nature. Now, from an absolute point of view, all our swadharma is same. This is not talking from the absolute point of view, but our real nature is the supreme self, the Atman, the pure consciousness. That is same for all of us. We got to regain back our swadharma, the Atman. But this is talking from a relative point of view. Relative point of view, we have all vasanas. What is vasanas? Our basic nature, our inclinations, our tendencies, our interest, our passions, our desires, all that put together, innate nature, innate bent, our inclination. I have a tendency to play tennis, another person a tendency to play hockey, another person is an engineer, another person has inclinations for medicine. Early childhood, we show it. I met a young boy, his name was Shiva. His mother was saying he's almost like a genius in chess. Somebody loves swimming. So we have all these inclinations, tendencies. In nature also, some people like to organize things. Some people are like leaders. Some people are good with people skills. Some people are good with mathematics. I don't want to meet people. Just give me a problem, I'll solve it. So each one has a very unique, beautiful nature. That's why I put on the flyer, find your life's unique purpose. You have to understand your nature and follow your swadharma. it is also like the subjects you gravitate towards. So you can analyze it at the physical level. I could be liking a sport like a football or a badminton or a gymnastics or a hockey. At the level of the heart, I could like music or painting, classical music or this music or dancing. At the level of intellectually, it could be a subject. I'm good in computer science. I'm good in engineering. I'm drawn towards medicine. Like I remember some God's grace only. I knew I don't want to do arts. I don't want to do science. Science, I was very dumbo. I never no interest in science. So then I negated, and generally I was good in accounts, so I took up accounts and I was doing chartered accountancy. And then Vedanta happened. Really, it pulled me. So then Vedanta is the basics for dharma. So each one you have to find out your areas of interest. For those, it is very clear. I love to act, will Shah Rukh Khan will say. I love to play cricket, Virat Kohli will say. I love to play tennis, Federer will say. So what is that your basic inclination is? The idea is, in life, you have to deal with your nature. You have to use your relative nature to regain back your supreme nature of Atman, the supreme self. Now, if you're not dealing with your nature, there'll be a lot of frustration. You're not dealing with it. You get frustrated. It's fraught with fear. Suppose my father was very strict. No, you have to study medicine and become a doctor. If I'm a doctor, patients also will die, and I will also be frustrated. You can't be good in your Swadharma. It's just not your nature. It's fraught with fear. So how do you find it out? You can ask your parents and people who know you, what were you good at in your childhood days? That's the role parents and teachers play. You observe the child and direct them. This person is good in. Some people like to play with Lego toys. Some people are playing with utensils. Each one has a beautiful nature. So your guidance is to follow your passion, follow your inclination. In having chosen the field of activity, in that don't follow your raga dvesha. I want to do Vedanta, but I don't like to get up in the morning and study. I like to do Vedanta, but I want to spread Vedanta, but I don't like to click classes. Having chosen the field of activity, don't follow your likes and dislikes. Overall, make sure you're choosing what you like to do. Then the mind will cooperate. So choose your Swadharma. Now, when I first heard of this Swadharma, I thought I should be a spin bowler because I love playing cricket. Now I'm not even getting a chance to play for Calcutta. Where will I play for India? Then what you do, you keep cricket as a hobby. And you get on to the next area of Swadharma, next level of. So it's your nature. So it could be multiple Swadharmas. Some people say, no, I love, there was a very nice guy. He says, I love painting. I love doing doodles. I love gardening. I love teaching. So then you select in terms of earning your living, you see which is the most practical. So if it's an art, like a sport or a painter or a music, I would say, listen to your guru, listen to your coach. If he says it's worth sacrificing your studies to be a cricketer, then maybe you listen to your coach. If the coach says, no, you may like cricket, but nobody will give you a chance to play. You may be a good singer, but sing inside the bathroom only, don't come out and sing, So, so if you can't make a living out of your Swadharma, keep it as a hobby. If you don't cater to your nature, you will be frustrated. See, there's two different natures. One person, the business mind is always thinking how to make money out of this. How to, use Vedanta to make money. The business mind is always thinking, I should have a team of people, I'll tell them what to do. A service mind says, no, don't give me that responsibility, Papa. You tell me what to do, I'll do it. The service people, it's not higher and lower, it's not inferior, superior. It is different natures. Don't say inferior, superior. We all need it. We all need different. The world is a beautiful combination of assorted talents. Some people are comfortable being in control. They don't want to be dictated terms. Some people are not comfortable being in control. You tell me, Baba, what to do. I want to be with a good leader. You tell me, I'll do the work. Some people are very good secretaries. Some people are very good leaders. The leader cannot become a secretary cannot become a leader. So you have to understand your nature by introspection, by asking yourself, what is my passion? In a rare case, when it's not clear, go with the flow. You are somewhere for a particular reason, then go with the flow. If you don't choose, let life choose for you. And if you're very clear, even if it's difficult in the beginning, swadharma devoid of merit, even if you're not good in the beginning, you see what happens is father has a hospital, he pushes the son into medicine. It's easy in the beginning, already the hospital set up, but eventually they will know, Papa, ye doctor ke paas jayega, to he will say, do the MRI scan, do this blood test, do this, he doesn't know anything. True story is where a young boy had a clear engineering tendencies. Just because the father was a doctor, he pushed him into medicine. He kept failing. He said, no, foundation is getting strong. He wanted to be automobile engineer. He's doing surgery. The ambulance driver was, sir, ambulance start nahi ho raha hai. He'll leave the surgery. He'll go under the ambulance. You are drawn towards your field. If you find your Swadharma, you will find peace. In Swadharma, if you are unselfish, you act in a spirit of service and sacrifice without ego, you evolve spiritually. Paradharma, though you're not dealing on your nature is getting frustrated, you're picking up something else, which is fraught with fear. Bhayabaha. Guaranteed stress in Paradharma. Now, suddenly Bhagavad Gita class and suddenly you saying Swadharma, Paradharma and you find yourself in Paradharma. Don't worry. Everything happens for a reason. Don't worry. You don't have to suddenly feel that, oh my God, my family, I'm taking care of my family business. Tomorrow I have to shut it down. No. If you find yourself in Pradharma, it's okay. Start Swadharma. First, identify your Swadharma. Start Swadharma as a part-time hobby, part-time activity. And make a plan how you can withdraw from Paradharma over a period of time, not suddenly. Slowly delegate the work, get others, hire it, maybe sell the business, and slowly start Swadharma and shift from Paradharma to Swadharma. Everything happens for a reason. So it's okay. If you have the choice, choose Swadharma. If you're already steeped in Paradharma, it's okay. There's a reason for it. So slowly withdraw, start Paradharma as part-time and make it your full-time activity. Swamiji had a choice, cricket or Vedanta. Vedanta was higher. He completely ignored cricket. So the cricketing vasanas must have got some suppression. But the joy he got from studying Vedanta and teaching Vedanta, writing Vedanta, that was so much that it was like the suppression from cricket was hardly anything. And then because of his so much good karma, in 70 to 92, he was playing cricket. Who plays cricket in 80s and 92? Youngsters is playing cricket. Everybody wants to throw the ball at him so they can bat. Life will give you opportunity. It will automatically fulfill your nature when you sacrifice something for the higher. That's how it happens. You do something for the higher, the lower automatically gets taken care of. So when it's equal, okay, I love sports, keep it as a part-time hobby, but main focus should be in Vedanta. I mean, whatever. So you have to now introspect. One of the practical tips that is given is, suppose you have 4 months or 1 month to find your Swadharma. So what you do, if it's 4 months, divide into 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month. If it's 1 month, you divide into 4 weeks. First thing in the morning when you're fresh, take a paper and write down your areas of interest. Physically, emotionally, at the level of the heart, intellectually. Keep the paper, hide it. We get influenced. If election is going on, we say, I am interested in politics. If football World Cup is going on, I say football. So try to be as neutral as possible. Try to be as true to yourself. What is that which really excites you, makes you jump from the bed and do it? And you do it again after a week, after a week, after a week, or after a month, after 1 month. Take inputs from your parents. What was I good at? What did I do? You were good at nothing, or you were good in organizing, or you were good with people. So then at the end of that 1 month, just compare it. It'll give you some idea. You have to see what do I want to spend my life in? What is that field of it? It's not in terms of I like to relax and chill, and no, it's not in terms of having fun. It's in terms of what is the activity in which you want to be engaged in. Through that activity, I want to give back something to the world, because you are also aware so much I am receiving. I have received so much. Somebody is giving me food, somebody is giving me electricity, somebody is giving me water, somebody is giving me emotions, somebody's family is taking care of me. To this whole system of things, we didn't build the roads, we didn't put the pipes from the river to get water in our house. We didn't discover electricity, we didn't discover the internet or the Zoom. So there are people doing it. Therefore, we are enjoying whatever we're enjoying. What is that I can do? So you use your sadharma to make some contribution to the world. Nobody can repay, but that attitude of repayment gives us peace, joy, and eventually it will help in spiritual evolution if you are able to do it selflessly, unselfishly, without ego. So in Swadharma, so Krishna is saying, you are a warrior, you want to run away from the battle? You want to not do your obligatory duties? How can you do that? Even if you die, it's better. Put your heart and soul and find your Swadharma and do it. If it's not clear, sometimes it's not clear. Then wherever you are, you do it properly. You are somewhere at a reason. No, you're not there because of randomly you're not there in a particular situation. But when you have a choice, engineering or medical, so unfortunately, yesterday also somebody was saying, my friend was asking, what is the subject I'll ask my daughter to study? Something he said, socio-psychology or something. And he was talking Vedanta with me. I'm saying that, how can you decide what your daughter will do? Your daughter should decide what she is passionate about. You encourage it. No. If anybody wants me to ask what is a good subject, I'll say that. Don't say my first son should be engineer, first son will be doctor. You have to follow your passion. Then in Swadharma, there'll be no stress. You look forward to it. Paradharma, Monday to Friday will be such a stress. Imagine I am doing Vedanta because my parents forced me. Or I'm doing it because there is more money in it. Then I am not interested in the classes. I am only interested in the Guru Dakshina. One day I am happy, whatever. Paradharma. So if a person is doing, I'm taking IT because all my friends are doing. Friends go, you'll be so frustrated. So don't go by what is happening in the world. Of course, you have to learn few things. Okay, AI is coming now. You have to use AI to see how to spread Vedanta. But the overall so you have to understand there is also a word called Swabhava. What is your temperament? You're a leader, you're organizing. What are you good at? And then the field of activity, what are you passionate about? And then you have to match it. In that, be unselfish, think of the divine, be less egoistic. Then you have found your meaning and purpose in life. Anybody else has a question? Anybody has a question?
Yeah, Basibji, I had a question. Sometimes it's very easy, especially like when you give the example of career counseling, it's easy for somebody to say what they don't like and harder to say what they like.
Right.
Why is that? And then is that the compass that you can use to then
Yes.
decide what
Correct.
your Swadharma is?
Yeah. Good, Bhavna. Yeah. So negation is also, so you're not sure what you really want to do, but you're definitely sure I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be a soldier. I don't want to be, whatever, So negation is very clear. So you keep negating. You expose yourself to different kinds of activities, different kinds of fields. So, life will bring some opportunity. So what you clearly know is fine, but you're not sure what exactly I would like to do. And if you're sincere, sincerity is that when you genuinely want to make a contribution, you have a faith in the divine that God will show me the way. It will appear. It has to appear. Otherwise, you see. One is you have the data to come to a conclusion. When you don't have the data, you sort of you be in the right zone. It'll come up. So negation is definitely a way. See, for example, till I heard Swamiji, Gita for me was a religious text. Stay away from it. But that sudden exposure, it suddenly opened up to a very, very different channel. And it didn't even happen sudden. It's not like I heard one lecture and then I started full time into Vedanta. I heard Swamiji in 2000. Maybe it took almost a couple of years to realize, okay, this is really what I want to do. And even after the 3-year course, it took me about 4-5 years to really think that, okay, no, I want to do this full time. Of course, I love the subject. Maybe the practicality was not clear. So that's not the right point. It took me a while to gravitate towards it fully. So you have to keep exposing yourself and see, the money part is a practical requirement. We need to make a living, but make sure just because easy, don't choose paradharma to make a living. See, some people, let's say the money is not a problem. Their family has enough. So you can do whatever you want. So then you just do your hobbies. Like a prince plays to sport. So there's no problem at all. But even there, I would say make sure it is something that is useful for the world. In other words, actually, if you follow your Swadharma with this knowledge, that's good enough, doing something. But I would say most people have to spend most of the time in earning a living. That should be based on Swadharma. If you're singing or playing tennis is not going to give you a living, keep that as a hobby. Don't neglect it. Get into the next area of your interest. So negation is a way. We'll end with the prayer. Namada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om.
Hari
Thank
Om.
you.
Hari
Thank
Om.
you.
Guruji. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you, Basant.
Hari Om.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hari Om, sir.
Hari Om.